The crack wasn't the loudest thing in the room, it was the silence after it. Blood pooled under my tongue, metallic and warm. My father's knuckles still hovered in the air, his eyes unblinking, like he was proud of the symmetry he'd created, me on the floor, a tooth rolling across the tiles. My mother's laugh was sharp, brittle. Parasites like you should learn to obey. And then he added it, his line, the one that would be their undoing. Your sister earns happiness. You earn nothing. I swallowed the blood. I swallowed the humiliation. I swallowed everything, except the memory. Backstory, before the cracks. It wasn't always this way, or maybe it was and I just didn't see it. Growing up, I was the functional child. I fixed things, paid bills, kept the lights on. My sister, she was their princess. She got gifts for breathing. I got lectures for existing. I told myself it didn't matter, that some parents love in different languages, that one day they'd see me. When I got my first job, I thought it was my moment. I'd pay my own rent, buy my own food, finally own my life. But every payday, they found a way to make me feel like my money wasn't mine. My sister needed a new phone. My sister deserved a vacation. My sister shouldn't stress about work. I told myself it was temporary, until the day I said no. Discovery, the breaking point. It was a Tuesday. My paycheck had barely hit my account when my mother called. Her voice was sugar, but her words were a knife. Your sister's short on rent. You'll cover it. No, I said, just one syllable. But it was enough to crack the glass facade we'd all been living behind. By evening, they were in my apartment. There was no discussion, just orders. When I stood my ground, he hit me hard. I think I laughed, quiet, through the blood. Because in that moment, the truth crystallized. They didn't want me to be family. They wanted me to be a resource. And I was done being harvested. Shift in mindset, the plan. I didn't scream, didn't threaten. I cleaned the blood off my face and told them they were right. I owe you everything. They left smiling, and that's how I knew I could win. Because the easiest person to destroy is the one who thinks they've already beaten you. I didn't quit my job. I worked more. I stayed quiet. Meanwhile, I opened a separate account in another bank, one they didn't know existed. I stopped paying for anything they could track. My bills, my rent, my purchases, everything went off the radar. I also started collecting, not money, evidence. Every text demanding money, every voicemail mocking me, every joke about me being worthless. I even recorded that day, the hit, the laughter, the line about me earning nothing. Execution, step by step. Step 1 was legal. I spoke to a lawyer about financial abuse and assault. Turns out blood and a missing tooth make a compelling case, especially with audio proof. Step 2 was strategic. My sister was their golden child because she brought them comfort. But comfort costs money, and she was terrible with it. So I reached out, sweetly, offering to help her budget. I learned everything, her debts, her unpaid bills, the loans she'd hidden from them. Step 3 was public. Anonymous tips to her landlord. A quiet word to her workplace HR about inappropriate use of company funds. A gentle nudge to debt collectors with her new address. Step 4 was timing. When her life began to crumble, they came to me, of course. Your sister needs you. I smiled. I don't have anything to give. Climax, the confrontation. The day it all broke was a Sunday dinner. They'd insisted I come over. My sister was there, pale, eyes ringed with sleepless nights. My mother was tense. My father's smile didn't reach his eyes. We need 10,000, he said, like asking for a glass of water. I set my phone on the table, pressed play. The room filled with the sound of that day. My mother's laugh, his insult. the smack of his hand against my face, my quiet, steady breathing after. When it ended, I leaned in. You said I earned nothing, but I earned this. I slid a folder across the table. Legal notices, debt summaries, copies of police reports already filed. Their faces drained of color as they realized this wasn't a threat. This was already in motion. Resolution, the aftermath. 3 weeks later, I got a letter from my lawyer. The restraining orders were approved. My sister's eviction went through. My parents' accounts were frozen for irregular activity. They tried calling. 96 missed calls in a single day. I blocked them all. The tooth never grew back. I could fix it, sure, but I like the gap. It's a reminder that sometimes the only way to stop being someone's resource is to cut them off completely.